we go. Round 2, Forrest versus Sean. Let's see here. Forrest lost, so he gets to choose who goes first. He's probably going to want to go. This is a tough call. I don't know if he wants to go. If he goes first, he can go ahead and set up his stuff, make sure that head ringer. Well, if he goes first, he can't get the lock. Turn 1. So Sean can lock him. But if he goes second, he can play all his items. It's a tough decision. But if he goes second, he can get head ringer first, so he can miss the attachment anyways. Maybe get. Yeah, that's a tough choice. So we see one mulligan from Forrest. Kind of do it. This mirror match is very iffy. Toad gained a lot from the new set. With head ringer, he just became, and then enhanced hammer coming back into the fold, he became so strong. Being able to run your opponent out of energy while keeping them under item lock, stopping them from doing things, is ridiculously strong. See a second mulligan from Forrest. It's kind of interesting. We've seen TRS and Mad Pullz both games so far. Okay. So Forrest actually is one of the only 2 seniors in this. TRS brought 2 seniors, but age doesn't really matter in this game. It really just comes down if you can play or not. So it looks like he's going to start off with a drift limb. That's what it looked like to me. So we see the mulligans. I see start, double toad, and a Mewtwo and a Trubbish. He's got the head ringer. He's going to attach it. And he's going to end. He's going to get rid of all those mulligans he just gave up. So we're going to see David. It's frozen. Oh, never mind. It's working itself out. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're going to see.
Maybe just like a delay, I guess.
I just thought it was kind of funny because as soon as you walked away, it started doing it again. It's just fixing it though.
It should be fine now. Because not done running, that's why it's lagging.
Okay. Alright, so we got the technical issues fixed. We see a Jinx. To try and heal and keep your toad alive, because if you can stop them from killing him for like 4 turns, because that's how the math works out with Jinx healing 10 damage every turn. It's really major. Let's see. He needs a switch and a DCE here, and he'll be in a great position. So he's going to end and he's going to go for it. I like a super scoop up. That would be awesome. You get the head ringer off of him. You get his toad back. You take a little bit of damage that he does have on it already off. So there's a lot of new powerful item cards in this set, and so item lock has just become so much stronger now that a lot of decks are relying on it. So we see he has the Victini, but there's a Verbank. There's another Toad. He's going to bench the other Toad. Throw it on the Verbank. Probably attach a fire to one of the Toads, yeah. The one he just benched. He's going to take his damage. And we're going to see you roll for wake up. Heads. He's awake. So he's not item locked yet, so if you can get a switch, ooh, we're going to see a Crushing Hammer. Tails. We're going to see a DC on the Toad. If we can see a switch out of him, he can start the item lock. So he's going to Skylar for the switch. That's what he's going for. He's going to get the Toad lock up. So now he's going to be able to use his items. But he's going to be able to try and stop Sean from using his. So we see Garbodor in play, but he doesn't have a tool yet, and so items are still a thing. So Jinx can heal. I see an Ultra Ball. And get rid of Victini and Toad. He's opted not to do it. I'm going to bench the Victini. He's going to Ultra Ball. Oh, he can't Ultra Ball. He was item locked, I forgot. Even I forget sometimes. It's easy for someone to forget. He's going to heal with Jinx. He's got a lot of items in his hand. He's going to have to pass. He's going to Head Ringer the Toad with the energy. So he can't just attach another basic energy. He's going to have to get a DCE to even try and attack with that thing. We'll see another in. More items, a DC. So if maybe we see an AZ out of Sean, if he top decks an AZ, he could get that Toad out of the active, attach DCE, and start his own lock, but it doesn't look like it. Give him his Head Ringer back. That is one thing I do foresee being a problem with the new Flare tools, is that you're putting on your opponent's Pokemon, so there's going to be a lot of people that forget to give them. So yeah, he's going to put up the fresh Toad. He's going to start out. Then our item lock. He's going to Lysander out. The Garbodor. He has to stop that thing so he can keep his Jinx up. That'll really help with the prize trade. He's already 4 hitting. But with Jinx, it'll turn it to a 5 hit between Toads. It's really for the mirror match, so looks like Sean predicted pretty well what was going to be played. To play the Jinx because it's going to help him in this matchup.
Just did. Yeah. Because I got complete crap, so I'm not going to play the third game.
So we see Forrest. He's going to draw 4. He would be hoping for the Float Stone, but he's under Toad Lock, so he can't be played. I don't know. I guess he's open for his own AZ. It's the only thing that can really help. He passed. So we're going to see a Flare Tool go on both the X's that don't have him. He broke the item lock. So we're going to see another Mewtwo hit the field. Ooh, maybe not. He's deciding on it. Yeah, he's going to bench it. We'll see another in. I think it's the 5th or 4th in that has been played today. In this game, at least. So he's shuffling up.
I'm dropping. I could.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest commentator with us, the network's very own genius, Oliver Fish. How are you today, Oliver?
Been better.
Been better. Tournament not going so well?
Uh-uh.
That happens sometimes. Can't win them all in Pokemon. Like, comes down to a lot of luck sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe we got a Toad mirror match here. It's not looking
Good.
so hot. Sean won game 1 very quickly.
It looks like Sean's got the 2 Team Flare tools, so
He did.
his Mewtwo is going to be a harder counter because now he has to get 3 energies, meaning that Sean's Mewtwo can get powered up extremely easily and one-shot the Mewtwo before he gets the chance to.
Yeah, he's going to kill that Garbodor too, so that Jinx is going to come in clutch. The way the math works out, now Forrest is going to have to, if he's going to use Quaking Punch the entire time, he's going to have to 5-hit the other Toad versus a 4-hit.
Well, the Garbodor doesn't matter because he doesn't have a tool on it. And,
Yeah, and he can't put a tool
and he's
now.
just Quaking Punch spam, which is the deck, so he'll never actually get the tool on it. So Ship could be fishing for something. I don't really know what he really wants in this situation. He could run a tool retriever for the mirror.
He could.
So
Get rid of the
the Team
tool.
Flare tool on the Seismitoad.
He could, yeah. He could run a Zero Sick. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know.
Yeah, they should
they're all
run
kinds of
Zero
pretty
Sick.
for the mirror match.
I would be
especially.
surprised if both Toad decks did not run 1 Zero Sick counter because it's a really good card.
And it's great for the mirror.
It helps the mirror because now you can break the lock and get rid of the DCE.
Yes.
But
It looks like Sean's deck is actually built for the mirror. But he's also got Victini V piece for the Rizzy and Genesect matchup.
he actually runs more than 1 Victini.
He
doesn't
runs
run-
Fire Energy also.
He also runs Fire, so that way he doesn't rely solely on the V piece, where most decks will
They
run
do.
the 1/1 Victini V piece line,
So
which
one-
I've actually tested around with, and it's not as consistent, where he's actually running at least 2 Victini. But it looks like he just got a Crushing Hammer, so he can stop that Mewtwo from getting powered up.
He can.
And he cut the DCE. So now his Seismitoad on the bench can now start Quaking Punch if the active somehow gets Lysandered out or something.
Yeah.
But Sean runs lasers, and I would not laser in this moment unless you were to laser and then pass, because then the Garbodor will die coming back to him. But it will give Forrest a
It would
turn of
break the
trainers.
turn, yeah.
So he could Float Stone, so it's a high risk, high reward situation. But he's going to VS Seeker. I would
Looks like he's
be
going for the
surprised.
trump card. He's already played a supporter this turn, though. He played Juniper. He's going preemptive. He's
Without
gonna try
knowing how many cards are in his deck and how many VS Seeker he runs, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. You've already played your supporter for your turn. Why waste the VS Seeker?
See, I have that the same concept. I guess he's trying to bait maybe an N. I don't know why.
Even if you got end, that would be an okay
Yeah,
situation.
it'd still be in his
Because
deck.
now it's in the deck, and it's not in your hand, so now you can Juniper safely.
Yeah. I guess he just maybe thought that he could see a lock on his side of the field next turn, and so he wanted to make sure it was out of his hand. Was it
Is
a
it-
dead card?
Is there 30 on the Garbodor? Did he Quaking Punch? There you go, just for you, Nick. Doesn't work.
It doesn't work with the headphones now. Yeah, see, he went ahead and end. Yeah, it didn't look like he put.
I don't see any damage on the Garber.
So he just passed. What?
I don't know. Hey, Nick. Is there any damage on the Garbodor besides the 60? We can't really see from here. The active. Because he could Quaking Punch. But if
Yeah, he
he
could have.
there's 90 on it. Okay.
So
So,
he did.
he
So
either
Force is
Quaking.
still under
Yeah.
lock.
I mean, the poison counter's not on it, so I don't think he lasered it. But
Just to make sure.
honestly, playing the laser was probably a better play anyway, because you're eventually going to get locked. If anything, he wants to play all of his lasers this turn, because now you know he's about to lock you. So in response to him locking you, you can discard all your trainers to just keep the supporters. Or you can trump card, which he could trump card.
Oh, he's going to Lysander out the other Toad.
Why is he keeping...
The Garbodor alive? I don't know.
He's keeping the Garbodor alive and at 90, but he doesn't run anything that snipes the bench. So it's counterproductive in the sense, but he did get the sleep on the Seismitoad, even though it's totally turned the wrong way. But so now he's got an active Seismitoad with the Flare tool, so now he can't even power it up in one turn. It's a sleep, but he can't switch, he can't do anything, so even if he got the DCE, he's not able to Quaking Punch.
Yep. I guess he just didn't want to kill the Garbodor just solely on the fact that it would be a 7th prize. As long as he doesn't bench another
even though
non-EX.
Even though it would be a 7th prize is a prize, he'd probably bring up the other Toad with a Muscle Band DCE and Quaking Punch for 50. Now he's Quaking Punch you for 50, you can start Jinx healing that off, and then you can pull off your Lysander, the bench Seismitoad the next turn. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get the laser off, but you wouldn't
the next
want
turn
to get the laser off immediately, because now you can start healing. Because now you can take a prize, but I understand if he doesn't want to take the prize, though, because then, yes, you are taking 7 prizes and taking that 1 prize card. Now, if you do get end, you're end to 5, which I do that quite a lot, because I run 1 non-EX Pokemon in my deck.
Yeah.
I'll purposely sacrifice it sometimes, because then I know even if we get to the last cards, I'll have 1.
He got the E-Hammer off on the Seismitoad on the bench.
So, was that a Juniper he played?
It was a Colress for 8.
Yeah, that would help. I want to know how many fires he actually runs in that list, but he could be attaching the DCE to the Mewtwo, but that could set up... Alright, so he only plays the fire, but I don't know if I would have attached that there. You know you don't have a Team Flare tool on it. You know all it takes is 1 more energy to power it up. Now you've successfully set up to where if Forrest Lysanders up the Mewtwo and attaches a DCE to his Mewtwo, which he has to do because of the Team Flare tool, that's 200 damage.
Yeah.
But we see Sean has knocked out the Toad due to poison and Quaking Punch. I don't know if it died going back to him, though. Which I think it did, because that's why Forrest promoted the Garbodor.
Yes, it did.
So now...
So he's still not locked.
Yeah, Sean's still not locked. He just drew an N. But I don't see him playing the N with that big of a hand.
No,
because
not
now
getting
he's
himself down to 4.
Now it's 4-4. He's about to take a prize, so it's about to be 4-3.
He didn't play that trump card earlier. You think he's going to take that?
See, this is where I would have saved the VS Secret, because now he could have VS Secret for the Lysander and brought up the next Toad. Or brought up the Mewtwo and attached the DCE to his Mewtwo, because then that would have done the 200 to knock out his, and now you have no threat, and you don't care about the Channel Lock anymore. You have a Mewtwo with 8 energies on a Muscle Band.
And you're just tearing through everything.
I don't know if I would agree with the DCE on the Victini with the V piece already, but he didn't in the end.
Okay. He was thinking about it, though.
He was thinking about it.
He went for the other Toad. It's powered up just to do a Quaking Punch now.
And our computer has gone black, so...
Yeah, just a screensaver.
So...
We're good. They won't see that.
Yeah, hopefully. But...
I can see it.
I know...
Ooh, you got a escape rope.
It's a safe bet, but it's not smart to put the DCE on the Victini, because... I'm willing to bet Forrest runs 0 Megaphone, and I'm willing to bet Sean runs 0 Megaphone, because any deck that runs Team Flare Tool, I've seen if they do run anything to discard the other trainer's tools, it's Zero Sick.
Yeah.
Which I actually don't think Sean runs a Zero Sick. So if Garbodor did get active, that would be unfortunate to him, because my Sean and I's best of 3, he never played a Zero Sick, but then again, he never went through his entire deck, and he never really took all his prize cards, because it was either me just womping him or me scooping to him. So he never took his prize cards. So I'm not fully sure, but it looks like he escape roped to bring the Toad up, so he did not end up taking that 7th prize card.
Yeah, I agree with that play. I liked it. He's probably about to be under item lock anyway, so it's getting rid of a dead card now.
Well,
and
Forrest
he at least got his use out of it.
Yeah, Forrest just Junipered. He's probably fishing for that DCE since the active Toad does not have...
He missed it. He's only got a water.
So it looks like he will not be able to get the return Quaking Punch for 50. He would actually win the damage exchange. Because even though Jinx was healing 10, you're still doing 40. So I'm doing 40 to you doing 30.
That is true.
It would make the knockout one turn sooner, but then again, the Seismitoad does already have 30 on it. Now, an interesting play from Sean. Sean could actually retreat the active Seismitoad, discarding the 3 energies, promote his other Seismitoad, which now he has the muscle band
on it.
to where I was kind of going, because he has the. Did he just discard the trump card?
I think he did.
I think he did. But now with the laser, and it looks like it is head, so Forrest is going to be asleep again. But back to what I was saying, you could retreat the Seismitoad with 3 energies. You had the trump card. You could shuffle the energy back into the deck, and then now you have Muscle Band, so now you'll win the exchange because he really doesn't have... He doesn't run Jinx. He runs Garbodor.
He didn't retreat either.
But now that it's poisoned, and it already had an initial 30 damage on it, he's going to win the damage.
War, yeah.
Yes. And that's another huge Juniper from Forrest, so...
He's fishing.
He drew the DCE. He drew an Enhanced Hammer. So if he could break the Trainer Lock for 1 turn, he could. Forrest really needs a Lysander right here because with the amount of energy Sean's put on the board and the energy that you could probably look through his discard and see, a Lysander Jinx, a Lysander... Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to bring up the Victini, but you brought up the Jinx. Now he has to waste the energy to retreat because now you're Quaking Punch. You see Sean has run Switched and Escape Rope in this matchup, so energies are kind of low for him, but Forrest is...
Yeah, I'm willing
he
to
doesn't want to play that DCE,
he probably
but he looks like, he has to do it.
I'm willing to bet that Sean has probably 4 fire for DCE.
I'd probably assume 4 fire, but now that Forrest has returned the Trainer Lock, if Forrest can actually
play that VS
keep...
Seeker.
Yeah. He can't play the VS Seeker for the trump card we believe he discarded. So now he could actually end up decking him out if he's able to stall long enough.
Yeah.
Via Sean has no more ends and Via Forrest doesn't have any more ends.
That would be the second deck out we have seen on the video today.
Are you serious?
Yes, there was a deck out earlier
brilliant.
between Will and Ian.
I like it.
Even with trump card in the format, it was crazy.
Well, even with trump card in the format, people run 1 trump card. And most people don't run Dowsing Machine. They run a different aspect.
They didn't run trump card. I don't think either of them. One was playing Metal, the other was playing Manectric.
You should run trump card in Manectric. Because Manectric is meant, like, you need to get the turn 2 via the Spirit Link and the Mega, so you're built for farming. But it looks like Sean got the kill on the active Seismitoad.
Yep.
So Forrest is in a terrible place right now. He's struggling. Is this game 2?
This is game 2, yeah. Game 1 went down really quickly.
To Sean?
Yeah, to Sean.
Well, it looks like with what's been discarded, Forrest really has no retaliation for this. He's been fishing so hard for that DCE, he finally got it. He's going to promote the Mewtwo. And I don't really know how much damage is on the Toad, but I think it's just 50. If he got the DCE, 80, 100, it would... Toad's 170, 180?
180.
So he wouldn't one-shot the Toad.
No.
Unless the Toad had 60 on it.
Which it doesn't. So we see an N, putting Sean to
2. And looks like his... he's not going to show us, but Forrest did not get a DCE. He got a Laser and a Hands Hammer and a Skyla, and I do not know the... Well, the 4th was Trevish. But it looks like all he could do was pass. And now he's just... Yep, Sean's just going to retreat next ball for knockout in the game. But... So it turns out attaching that fire to the Mewtwo, even though it was risky, was a good play because it did end up giving him the game. Because without the DCE, it would have done 20, 40, 60, 80, 160. The Mewtwo would have lived unless he had a laser, but...
That's true. That's game 2, folks. Goes to Sean.